arrive in a new area and you're trying to find some fish, it can be challenging. Today I'm doing exactly that. I've arrived in a new area I've never been to and I'm going to have a fish. Overcast day, a little bit of swell pumping in, so it's stirred up on the beach. Only a little short beach, this one, possibly 400 or 500 metres long, and of course little rocky outcrops on each end. But there's a bit of stirred up water straight out the front here. Bit of a deeper water to the side there, so I'm hoping there'll be something in there. The waves could be a bit big, it's quite steep. Anyway, let's get a line in the water. To start off using this is quite a small whiting hook or a long shank hook. It's a number 8, which runs up to a swivel, just a fairly big ball sinker to try and hold bottom, but I don't want it fixed, I want it to move around a bit. And I'll be using a beach worm. This looks quite stirred up in around the edge here. I'll cast out along further distance and then bring it in. Not sure how much current there is. It doesn't look too bad in close though. Doesn't look like there's too much sideways movement. So I've just moved up a little bit further, like another 50 metres up towards the edge of the rocks. A little bit deeper water, did no good in close. Maybe it was too stirred up. The clouds are starting to lift fairly quickly now. There was a big bank right along there not 15 minutes ago. Now it's just all lifted and disappearing. Okay, I lost my bait that time and I put a bigger hook on now, which is about a 2 to 3/0 suicide hook. Oh, that feels like a fish. Changed over to a prawn, it's been out. Oh, it's been out about 30 seconds. I'm using very light line, 6-pound line, so I'm going to have to play it very gently. Go. Beautiful bream. Nice yellow fin bream. Beautiful. There's dinner tonight. Using a whole prawn. On like that. Very light half hitch around the tail. Remember, this is only 6-pound line, so it's pull it too hard and I'll break it. So there we go. hope there's another one out there. That last brim, it was a good fight. Tide's fairly high, just on the way out. Picking up my bait. That swell seems to be picking up a little bit. There's lulls in between the sets, but when the sets are coming through they seem to be a little bit bigger despite the tide going out. Normally as the tide comes in, the waves will pick up, and as it goes out the waves generally get smaller unless the swell is actually picking up from a particular direction. Yeah, I think it's on there. Really not doing much of it today. Oh, you little ripper! Another nice brim. The dog's trying to eat my brim. Oh, he's come to life now. The prawn bait. 2 prawns, 2 brim. A peeled prawn. I tried a peeled prawn, but that got knocked off fairly quickly. I'll revert back to a whole prawn with the shell and head on. See how we go with that. Good bite, and I think it broke my line. Yes, unfortunately, damn it. I put a new rig on. I've got a spoon sinker on a trace with a sliding swivel, a little bit different. So we'll see how that goes. I'm using prawn again. I want to share with you a story about brim. With a mate of mine, we used to discuss often how we go to the beach, first cast you get a brim. It was the same with him. He'd go out there, first cast you get a brim, thinking it's going to be a fantastic day, and then fish for the next 2 or 3 hours and not another brim, not another thing. And we always laughed about this, but one day he got his wife to take him 4 kilometres up the beach, dropped him off, and he said, I'm going to fish every gutter on the way back, walk back home, fish every gutter on the way back, and I'll get a brim in each one. Well, he gets the first one, casts out, bang, in all brim straight away. Gets to the next one, nothing. Brings the bait in. So he thought, I'll move to the next one. So he continued that trend right along the beach till he got home, not another bream. So he thought he was going to outsmart him, but I think they got him again.
It's got a bit quiet now, so I'll go soon.
Interesting couple of hours. The worms produced nothing. I converted over to prawn, and I got a couple of bream, got broken off on my light line with, I'm pretty sure was another bream. That was on prawns. I was using whole prawns. Pearl prawns normally are the go, but bream will take, they'll take whole prawns. They eat crabs and all sorts of stuff, so there's not a problem with the shell. Anyway, it was a good couple of hours, and discovering a new beach. A little headland at each end of the beach always helps. It's only a short beach, 400 or 500 metres long. But I'm here for the next week, so we'll see what transpires in that time. Bye for now. Remember to subscribe, otherwise you won't get my updates. See you next time.
Thanks for watching.